know that you will forever be a beloved pandemic panther. Congratulations, class of 2021. At this time, I have the distinct honor and pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, who is a proud 2012 OHC alum, Mr. Earle Chisolm-El. Earle is a loving father, husband, and entrepreneur who is deeply invested in fostering success in today's youth. A true believer in the power of positivity, Mr. Chisolm-El shares his message of power with audiences from all walks of life. He is sought after by schools and universities to provide words of wisdom, as well as conduct workshops on emotional intelligence. As the owner of Self Promotions T-shirt printing, his company prints thousands of shirts and uniforms for brands and businesses nationwide. Earle holds an associate's degree from Harvey College, a bachelor's degree in communication, media, arts, and theater from Chicago State University, and a master's in integrated marketing communications from Roosevelt University. He is currently a professor of communications at our neighbor institution, Chicago State University. One of Earle's favorite quotes is, "Your past actions have created your present reality." Without further ado, I introduce you to Mr. Earle Chisolm-El.
Thank you. Thank you very much. To President Hollingsworth, to Vice President Nichols, Vice President Slater, Dean Adams, the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, and to the graduating class of 2020 and 2021, I want to just give you my greatest salutations. I am so honored to be here with you. Mercy, you did an outstanding job and you defined what perseverance means. You have actually encapsulated everything we've been through this pandemic, including this moment right now. So congratulations to you, Mercy. You did an excellent job. I also want to give some acknowledgement to the parents, the fathers, the mothers, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the aunts, the uncles, the sisters, the brothers, all of those people who stood with you and encouraged you as you did your classes in the living room, in the bedroom, outside, as they shared their spaces with you. So they are a part of this moment and they deserve a round of applause as well. So you are a part of a long line of Olive Harvey graduates, myself included. And as a person with an associate's and a bachelor's and a master's, I can assure you that Olive Harvey College has prepared you with the tools you needed, the tools you need to be successful in life. It's a rigorous education, and I think people don't take that in consideration, how rigorous and thorough a city college's education is. So now that you have your associates, your GED, so now what? What's your game plan? Do you want to further your career? Do you want to go on to a four-year college or university? Because when we think about getting our degree, we think about getting a better job, a better home, a better life. This is what we are told we should go to school for, to make more, to earn more. And the great motivational speaker, Les Brown, said, money isn't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. So I can assure you that I understand why you dedicated your time to earn your diploma or your degree. So since you were told that the primary motivation to get your degree was to earn more money, I'm going to talk to you today about how education helps you unlock your passion. How can it help you find your purpose? Let me share a story with you. I was a junior in high school. I didn't want to go to class. I didn't do the assignments. And I quite frankly didn't care about the educational process. And so, because of this, I didn't have enough credits needed to graduate, and I was referred to go to night school. Now, I wasn't excited about that. Night school wasn't my thing. And quite frankly, I didn't care about going to night school. I didn't care about graduating. I can make money somehow, right? There's a lot of different ways to make money with my 17-year-old wisdom. They'll tell you like you can make money all different kinds of ways. So, but anyway, I was referred to go to a class, recommended to go to a class called Consumer Education at night school. So consumer education teaches marketers how to market products to people buying and, of course, consumers. So where to put the products on the shelves in eye level, the certain colors, the certain positions of products throughout the store, including that checkout aisle where you see all of the snacks and the magazines and the sodas, why it's put there, how does that stimulate buyer behavior. I went to night school that first night and I was hooked. There was something already in me that was sparked that wanted to know more about this marketing psychology. What was going on with people who wanted to buy these products and services? And so therefore, this night class was the moment when I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to know more about this. So I took an hour-long bus ride. I was affiliated with street organizations. We took that bus ride through all different kind of rival organizations. And it was dangerous. I took my time, I was patient, but I went every day and I learned more about consumer education. And that was the first A that I had ever learned, that I earned within my high school experience. So when I graduated high school, I already knew what it is that I wanted to major in college. I wanted to learn about communications and marketing. So I enrolled in Chicago State University and majored in CMAT, which stands for Communications, Media Arts, and Theater. Now, one day at school, I saw on 95th Street somebody putting up posters on the poles along 95th Street between Cottage Grove and King Drive. And they had the poster read Scarface new album coming out. Now, Scarface was an artist who was at the time on Rap-A-Lot Records. And I was also interested in the entertainment industry. So I asked the guy who was putting up the posters, how did you do this? How did you get connected to be able to represent these brands? He said, I'll introduce you to the person who put me on, but you have to intern for free. That didn't make any difference to me. I just wanted to know the game because my passion was ignited. I was set on fire. I wanted to learn more about this entertainment, marketing, and promotions. One of the events that I had to work was WGCI's Big Jam. As you know, WGCI is a local radio station here, and they have the annual Big Jam event. So our job was to pass out hats and T-shirts and posters to concert goers as they were coming in. Inside of the venue, there was a Adidas booth, and Adidas were printing shirts that said "Impossible with nothing." Impossible is nothing, and they were doing it real time. So they had a one-color silkscreen press, and what that looks like, there's a platen, and you take the shirt and you put it on the platen, and then there's a one screen, and the screen has the artwork on it. So you take that screen and you lift it up, and you sit it back down, and you push the ink across the screen. You take it off the platen, and you dry it, and then you hand it to the concert goer. Now, I had bought shirts everywhere, but I didn't exactly know how they were made. And so when I saw the process of making a shirt, It was like the gates of heaven had opened up unto me and said, Earle, here, this is something that you are interested in and something that you should want to do. And I did it, right? So my first refund check, and most of you know about that refund check, I bought me a silkscreen press and I threw a block club party. So on my block, I charged everyone $5. I had my single one color silkscreen press, and I did just what I saw at the Big Jam. I had my shirt on the platen, my artwork was ready. I pulled it down, the screen down, and I pushed it across the screen, lifted it up, dried it, and I handed it to everyone who attended the party. So from there, I eventually started my silkscreen business called Self Promotions. And since then, we've printed tens of thousands, maybe even 100,000 shirts for different businesses, brands, and organizations. Now, because I was doing this for free, as I was going to college, I was doing this marketing promotions for entertainment. I was also working for an organization called Nonviolence Works. And what Nonviolence Works does is they teach social and emotional education, and they were contracted through Chicago Public Schools. So the things they taught were to students who were at risk of being kicked out of Chicago Public Schools. And so it was a 9-week program on Saturdays for 4 hours. That program had to be completed in order for these students to stay in school. Now, as a student who almost did not complete the high school process, it was my honor to be sat in front of 30 students who had similar experiences as me, and to give them the tools they needed to be successful, that emotional intelligence that they could use so that they wouldn't get themselves in the same or similar situations, and preserve that free education so that their educational process can move forward. And because I decided to stick with the educational process, because I decided to stick with it, had I not done it, all the way from preschool to junior year of high school, had I not experienced that night class, I would have never found out what my passions were. Had I not moved forward to Chicago State and enrolled in that CMAT class and been on lunch and walking across campus and looked on 95th Street and saw that guy putting up the posters, I would have never had the opportunity to meet that person to show me and lead me into the steps of creating my business. So the passion fueled me to move forward. When you stick with the educational process, you will be exposed to a various range of subjects. And these subjects, one of those subjects is going to spark something in you that's going to make you want to get more, to register for something else that's related to what you want to go through. But you have to go through the process. Yeah, I had to go through my general education classes before I got to my major, which was communications, media, arts, and theater. But had I not gone to school, had I not enrolled in a university, I would have never met the people I needed to meet, would have never had the opportunity to teach students that are at risk of being kicked out. I would have had that opportunity. And from that point, now I am a motivational speaker and I teach social and emotional intelligence. And this is what education can do for you. If you don't quit, if you stay in the process, hopefully you've already found your passion. And as you sit there today with your associate's degree, your GED, hopefully you know what you want to do to add on and go further. Don't stop here, keep moving. Add more to fuel that fire, that greatness already in you. It's already in you. Keep going. Get the ones that are younger than you, the ones that are going through same processes that you've already overcome, and tell them, stay in the process. Help them. Give them food in the morning, some money to get on the bus, whatever the case may be, a kind word, but let them know that it's there for you, and this educational process will lead you to become great. It'll spark what's already in you. So congratulations, class of 2020 and 2021. You've made it to commencement. To commence means to begin. This is the beginning. This is the start. And as you begin your new journey, I want to leave you with this message. Never stop educating yourself. Never stop educating yourself. Find and follow your passion, not the money. Follow your passion. Do not follow the money. And I assure you, as you follow your passion, the money will follow you. Congratulations, class of 2020 and 2021. I wish you all the best. And now we will have a few words from your esteemed Vice President, Nichols.
Thank you, Professor. I really appreciate the introduction. Congratulations to everyone. This is very much a joyous moment. I think just in my time, I really have learned to try to enjoy the moments. I really encourage everyone to really enjoy this feat. This is something that you want to make sure that you cherish this snapshot of what happens in your life right now. So I wanted to just share a few words. And this is in regard to just showing your level of perseverance. You all have persevered through a pandemic. This is tough for anyone, but you have displayed a level of grit and a growth mindset in order to complete your goal. That ability to push through the adversity is awesome. And it takes motivation. So we want to think about what is motivation. We want to think about what has gotten us to this point. Motivation are those driving factors, actions, willingness to achieve your goals. Today represents the completion of one of your goals. The needs, the wants, the desires that you may have that you've acquired